one of the quick things that I'm gonna go over is, and if you guys can't see it, which it looks like you can't, I'll just say it: honesty, integrity. And I feel like I really need to say that, especially in a market that we're in right now. As times get tough, as times get leaner, it's going to be a lot easier for all of us to be able to say, you know what? It's kind of in the gray. It might be a little black, but times are tough, and I got to feed my family. We all have these, what I call justifications, and I'll tell you, greed can be a very strong emotion, and it can be something that all of us have to be able to manage. And for me to be able to say that stand up here and say that I've been imperfect and that I've been, 100% Mr. Businessman USA, I cannot say that. And I've had challenges, and with wholesaling, it's one of those things that you have to be able to do the straight line, because honesty and integrity, in the long run, it pays big. And let's talk about it. Let's talk about it with the actual sellers. With wholesaling, a lot of times these sellers, they don't know that you're not the end buyer, right? They have no idea. And so they might ask you, when are you closing? And you really cannot tell them an honest answer, because you don't know when it's going to go through. You don't know if your end buyer is going to be financing. You don't know if it's going to be quick cash. You're having these kind of challenges, and it's very easy for us as an individual that wants the deal. It's very easy for us to say, oh, we're going to do it at this time. Or it's very easy to say, oh, we're going to buy it at this point. With wholesaling, and I've seen this, these people are so motivated. If they're not motivated enough that they want you to be the person closing and no one else can do it, they're not motivated enough. And so when I talk about honesty and integrity, use it with the sellers, and let them know I might not be it. It might be me, or it might be somebody else, and it might be one of our investors that I work with. Because then they don't know that if the investor is necessarily working with me personally, or someone that's working with me that I'm assigning it. You're keeping it straight, you're keeping it legit, but you're also making sure that they understand everything is up front. The last thing you want is someone saying, who is this person that is going to be buying the property? You don't want that. The next part is with the buyers. The end buyers, and I'll tell you what, end buyers, mutual mystification. Has anyone heard that before? Has anyone heard that word?
I have.
That term, yes? Mutual mystification is one of the most deadly, destructive pieces that can be a part of your business. And what I mean by that is when two people or more parties are mutually mystified. When you say, well, I thought this, well, I thought that, and it's horrible. And the way that you can avoid mutual mystification, and especially with the end buyer, is making sure everything is up front during the honeymoon stage. And you know what I call the honeymoon stage? The honeymoon stage is that time when you're talking about the deal, you're all excited, that end buyer is so fired up. They're like, wow, I met this Darren Dickey, and he hooked me up with this great deal. I'm going to make big time cash, and it's going to be great. And I'm like, yes, I got Kevin Trojak. He can close with cash. This man is buying properties in Florida and all over the place, and I know that he is the type of guy that he's going to come through and close, and I'm excited. And then what happens is that there's some mutual mystification. There's something that goes awry. There's something that is left out, and because of that, it can all come down. So the honesty and integrity with both your buyers and with your sellers in this time, in these lean times, when it's easy to take those shortcuts. But those shortcuts are pay cuts. And it might not happen for that short dollar, but it will end up happening. And I've faced the benefits of doing it the right way, and I've also faced the negative aspects of not doing it the right way and taking those shortcuts. Marketing. One of the things I want to talk about marketing is always say yes to marketing. And we're just going to have a marketing exclamation point, right? Always say yes to marketing. One of the pieces of our success that we've had is because of how we did our marketing program. How many of you have done bandit signs? Raise your hand if you could. Come on, raise your hand. Okay. So about a quarter of the crowd. How many of you did it every single week for at least 2 or 3 months? Very few of us. And the reason why is because we either are dealing with two things. We're either doing it ourselves. Is it a lousy job putting up bandit signs? Yeah. Raise your hand who's done it before, right? Is it a lousy job? Greg Deese, is it a lousy job? Yeah. It's miserable, right? You're going up. We used to go up on ladders. And I would go up on ladders, and I would have Matt. Where's Matt at? I'd have Matt in the back, and he was always the guy that would hold her steady. But we want to do it really fast. And what we would do, we'd rent one of those raper vans. You know what I'm talking about? The vans with no windows in it at Enterprise, right? They'd look at it like, that's a shady van right there. And we would rent one of those vans out, and we would take out the full ladder. No step ladder, full ladder, take it out, put it up there, and I would run, hammer, nail in my mouth, go up, bam, 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 2 nails in, out the door, gone, running in, putting the ladder back in the raper van, off we go, right? That's not fun. That's not fun. I don't care. I don't care about $5,000 assignment. I don't care about a $15,000 double that I flipped. If I'm having to do that every week, I'm miserable, right? But I'll tell you what, bandit signs are effective. I have done hundreds of thousands of dollars in business because of bandit signs. And Darren, he might not like this because he is the bandit sign king, and I don't know if he wants any challenges to his bandit sign dynasty that he is now enjoying. But bandit signs is great. And the way that you do it is by Craigslist.com. Craigslist.com, get folks up there. They will do it. $1 per sign. That's what I pay them. And then I pay them if gas prices are really high and they start complaining, I'll give them $10 per round for gas. And they love it. They're going up, they're banging signs like crazy. They're like, I did 25 signs in the last hour. It's been huge. They love it. Consistency and delegation for bandit signs. Don't do it yourself. Do it yourself, but only long enough to realize how painful it is and how much you want to be successful so that you don't have to do it. Have I done a few of them? Yes, probably 5,000 of them. Will I ever do another one? Times are going to have to get real tough.